I now value people who have manners more than I used to. So I always envied people who had manners, but now I value them in my life. I know that they are important because they're not just nice to have around or people that you can look up to. They're people who help you move forward in your own journey to be a more mannerable person, a more polite person, a more classy person. And they're people who can lead you to other classy aspects in your life. So they can take you to a classy restaurant where there'll be people who are like them, or they'll introduce you to friends who are like them, or they'll make suggestions about anything and it'll be on level with their own character, and that's very valuable. What is different in your schedule and the time for your hair and things like that? So I added 30 minutes to my routine with my makeup every single day, so that's one thing. Hopefully one day I'll get faster at it. And with my hair, I'll say that I've had some go-to hairstyles that I love. Like I love kinky twist and I love cornrows and I love pigtails. Oh my gosh, I miss pigtails so much. But those aren't classy hairstyles. At least the way I do them, they're not. So until I learn how to do them in a more classy fashion, I really am not wearing those hairstyles. Today I have this hairstyle right here where it's a twist out in the front, and I don't know if I can show you the back. It is a diagonal flat twist. Next question. I have a question. How has the relationship with old friends changed? Some friends have fallen off, and some friends have gotten on board and been supportive. Do they see you as an example to follow? Oh, yes. So actually I have some family members who see me as an example to follow. And that's new for me. To hear some relatives say, "Oh, I look up to you," or to see them try to model what I'm doing, or even I have some relatives who have started watching Annabeth's videos because of the changes they've seen in me. So that is something I definitely have noticed. Are they upset because you try to change your life? No, none of my family members are upset. Some of my friends are, but none of my family members. Where do you love to shop now? I don't shop, mostly. There are some places I would love to start shopping, but right now it's just the Goodwill and clothing swaps. What advice would you have to ladies that are currently attending university? So if you're in college and you are the typical college student who doesn't have a lot of money to play with, I would say definitely watch Annabeth's videos online, and if you can save up to get the program, I would get the program. Now, don't risk, not being able to eat or not being able to pay your living, but definitely I would say I wish I had this information when I was younger. I wish I had it when I was in university, because you can use it, and this is a perfect time. You're a student. People love students. So I would definitely say if you can save up for the program, get the program. If you can't save up for the program, watch Annabeth's videos, and definitely join the Facebook group, Jet Set Babe. I'm going to switch over to some Instagram questions. How do you visualize yourself after having reached your affluent goals, both physically and in material money terms? So how do I visualize myself having reached my affluent goals? I want to be a person who doesn't have to worry about money anymore. As someone who is what I consider lower middle class, I don't live paycheck to paycheck, but I certainly can't buy everything that I want to buy, and I can't go on trips when I want to, and I have to work. It's not a choice. In my affluent life, I visualize myself not having to work. I can work, I will work, because I like doing my business on the side. Except my business will be my primary thing. I won't have to work a 9 to 5. And I visualize myself having a nice, big, wonderful home for myself and for my family to live in. I can't wait to be able to purchase things for my family that they need right now and that they want, and for us all to live a lifestyle of abundance and freedom, and to be able to dress better and be more respectable. The things that I'm experiencing positively for my life, I want for my family too. I want, my mother, I want my siblings, I want them to be treated better by other people. I want them to feel confident within themselves. And I want all of us to be able to go on vacation together. That's a luxury that we haven't been able to afford right now, is for all of us to just go on vacation and to enjoy ourselves without having to worry about the expenses that we're incurring in the background. And that's one of the goals. Excuse me, I have to get a little sip. Some basic things I want. I want a car, like a nice car. I would like, nice food to eat. Like, I eat good food now. I eat healthy food. I really can't complain. But I want the fancy food from really nice restaurants. I want to try dishes from all over the world. I would like to take up, like, martial arts and to do ballroom dancing. Like, I watched a video with Anna Bay doing ballroom dancing, and I thought, oh, I would love to take a ballroom dancing class. I would love to take different cultural dancing classes. I would love to learn how to sing and how to play an instrument, and how to, even with my language right now, I'd love to have like a professional language person teaching me. And there's just so many things that I would love to have access to that require finances, and that's a huge hurdle for myself and for many people. So when I visualize my affluent life, I visualize the restrictions of not being able to afford things that I want taken off. What was the motivation to do the course? Career goals or to meet a partner? So I want to say both, and I want to say all of the above if there's anything else you can think of, because there are a lot of motivations to take the course. You're learning how to network with people, you're learning how to find a partner, how to be more classy and acceptable visually, and how to change yourself inwardly so that you feel more worthy of the things that you're hoping to achieve. And I'll say my biggest motivation definitely is the career part, the finance part, and secondary is definitely my personal development, so me becoming more classy, and then definitely relationship is in there too. So it is career, it is relationship, and it's so much more. Has there been anything you personally didn't agree with? Oh my gosh. This is a huge question. How could you ask me such a deep question? Is there something I personally did not agree with in the program? I'm racking my brain around this because there wasn't ever a time where I thought, oh, I don't think that's right. What's in the program isn't, it isn't heavy, like, you have to do this and you have to do that, or never do this or always do that kind of information. So I didn't see anything that could rub me the wrong way. I didn't see anything that stood out to you. I didn't see anything that seemed like it was in opposition to me, or that it was something that I couldn't do. Like, there's things I obviously can't afford to do right now that's in the program, but if I could, I wouldn't say that it's something that I shouldn't do. So I didn't feel like there was ever a time where I got led astray or felt in conflict with the information that was shared. Do you feel like you are still true to yourself? Yes, I definitely am. I'm still me. I'm a politer me. I'm a more refined looking me. I'm a person who's more conscious of the way I interact with people, and that's still me, and it's definitely the kind of person I want to be. I haven't picked up any traits that I don't want to have. Um, there are some YouTube channels where you're going to learn about leveling up, and not everything that they say is what I would consider ethical. But in this program, I have not heard anything that wasn't ethical. So I feel true to myself. I still am myself. I'm not doing everything I used to do, but it's still me. So yes, I still feel like I'm being true to myself. What has been the most difficult part to implement in your life? I talked about makeup. Have people treated you differently? Yes, they have. Definitely better. What has been the most impactful advice or tips you have acquired? Okay, so what's the most impactful advice that I've acquired? I will say most impactful. Can I give you a list of the most impactful? So the most impactful things that I've heard, not the number one, but just a few. Definitely about having impeccable posture. So my posture being a lot stronger when I'm interacting with people sets a tone in the room that definitely is noticeable. When I sit up straight, I notice other people being mindful of their posture and treating me like an upstanding person. Um, I don't know how to explain it, but when you have good posture, people take note and they act like you're a more serious person. Another thing, dressing better definitely has gotten me a lot more respect and better treatment, and people being more welcoming and friendly and acknowledging me more and being more open to having a conversation and staying in that conversation with me. Another note, wearing. Actually, this note didn't come from Anna. This came from one of the supporters. So someone who supports Anna Bay and gave advice. I did a video earlier on, I think it was the third video or so, on some advice I'd gotten on the YouTube channel from someone who was watching the videos, and they said wear makeup more often. Um, so Anna is a firm believer of having really good skin in general, and I know a lot of other people who are in the level up community are um, a firm believer of having really good skin, so I do need to find a balance between wearing makeup and treating my skin and making sure my skin looks really good. But the tip in wearing makeup more often has definitely changed the way that I look, because I look way better with makeup on than I do with it off. So I have noticed people interacting with me differently because of the makeup. So makeup, changing my clothes, changing the posture. Um, I think that changing the way I speak, so my pacing, my tone, and my words has definitely made a huge impact. Let me see, what has made the biggest out of that four? Um, I'll say the clothing. It's the first thing people see. So when you come up to them dressed well, everything else is just second. What part of the course are you most looking forward to? I will tell you, even though I'm in it mostly for the financial aspect of improving myself, I was most looking forward to the relationship part. I am a huge romantic, and the thought of, running off with Prince Charming and, you know, living on the beach with the sunset in the background and us having a picnic and this beautiful scenic romantic scene, um, that really interested me, and I was really excited about that. And then second, I was interested most excited about the financial. Even though it was my highest priority, I wasn't as excited about it as I was about the romantic aspect of the program. Is it hard to be dressed elegantly or nice at school settings? Do you use a backpack? So in a school setting in general, I am a digital artist as an animator. I don't have a lot of things I need to carry, and I never had a lot of books that I had to carry, so there wasn't a need for a backpack. Um, I have carried backpacks in general. When I was not as classy, I wore character backpacks. So they're not backpacks that I would wear now. I do have a leather backpack right now, and I would wear it if I did have a lot of things to put in it. Is it difficult to dress classy in school? I will say even dressing classy for work is a challenge because I have to plan my outfits out, which means I have to check the weather forecast. It does save me a lot of time to plan my outfits, but planning an outfit that's going to look classy is um it's a little trickier at first because I have to really figure out what is classy and then put that outfit out. Whereas before, I would just throw things together that definitely were interesting. So now I've gotten to a point where it's a little faster for me to pick out classy outfits because I'm looking for specific color schemes with the level that I'm on with clothing. But in general, I would say that off the bat, it is not easy to just come up with classy outfits if that's not something you're used to doing. It will take some time to get adjusted to what is classy, what is not classy. I have watched a lot of videos on it, not just from the School of Affluence, but from other YouTubers. And so it takes some time in the beginning, but it does get easier as you go. I would like to hear more about your journey in general for the month. So this is the fun part. I'm just going to tell you about what's going on. It has been a month and I'm pleased with this month. I have been working really hard. I have gone out of my comfort zone so many times. Even this language class that I went to today and reaching out to people online. And I've had people on Instagram reach out to me about helping me with my French, and they have done video sessions with me. And thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing those language sessions with me. I'm excited to do more, and I'm so excited about what I've learned already. I've been using it. I used it today, and I'm feeling more confident speaking French. I am excited to learn another language. I know it'll only make me a more valuable person in an affluent society. And this morning when I went to the Affluent church, I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. I thought I would feel so out of my element and so out of place with the way that I act and the way that I dress. But I didn't. People were very welcoming. Oh, well, of course, it was a church setting where people are supposed to be welcoming, but people were really welcoming, and that was just a really nice experience. I did notice a huge difference between going to the Affluent church and going to my regular church. And the regular church that I go to, you can dress anyhow. Nobody cares what you're wearing. But at the Affluent church I went to, everyone had designer bags. Everyone's makeup was done. People had their hair done nicely. Now, you still had young people who were in high school and middle school who were dressed anyhow. But the adults, they had their stuff together. And it made me think, like, oh, well, I shouldn't have dressed regular nice. I should have dressed a lot better if I was going to make stronger interactions with people. I've learned a lot about the mistakes that I've been making. I've made a lot of mistakes this month. I have been boring in conversations and really stiff. I have walked out of situations early because I felt uncomfortable. I have dressed in a way that could have been classier if I just spent a little bit more time thinking about what I was going to wear. And also, I have done skin mistakes where I wore my makeup for too long. And it's not, I don't sleep in my makeup. I never do that. But I've worn it too long through the day without refreshing it, and I've done mistakes with how I apply it. There's so many things that I have done wrong this month that I can make a full list of them. But honestly, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the fact that I'm sticking with this and that I'm still going. I still have workbooks to do with the School of Affluence, and I will work on those workbooks. And Maybe it'll take another 30 days to finish it, but when I do finish it, I'll be proud that I have completed the School of Affluence. Now, I say that loosely because you never really complete it until you've reached your goals. There is a roadmap laid out on how to reach your goals, and I need to actually take those steps. Right now, I can honestly tell you that I don't have the means to take all the steps right now. They will take more money, they will take more time, they will take more experiences that I just don't have access to at the moment. So, what I'm going to do is finish these workbooks and then start one at a time going through each section of the School of Affluence and following that roadmap until I reach my goals. And I want to include you on this journey. I want you to see when I start interacting with more affluent people. I want you to go on my first affluent date with me. I want you to talk to, I guess you can't talk to them, but I want to tell you about my new affluent friends. I want you to be a part of it. I want you to see what happens when someone goes through the steps and does their best. So I will keep you updated on my journey. If you have any more questions that you want to ask, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. If it is a question that I say is the question of what is the universe, like those really deep questions, and maybe I'll save it for, another Q&A kind of video. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this is a longer format video. This is not the typical length of the videos that I make, but I really wanted to make sure that every single person who asked a question got their question answered. Thank you so much for supporting me. I wake up in the morning and I read your comments and it makes me feel so good about myself and about this journey. And honestly, it motivates me and it refreshes me so that even when I get a negative comment or two, I can brush it off pretty easily because I know there's so many more positive comments or so many more positive people out there who are, really rooting for this journey and who are on the same journey. And that's amazing. I love looking at other people's journeys as well. So if you are on the same journey and you're trying to better yourself, please tell me about it. I would love to watch your journey and to get tips from you. If you have any advice for me, aside from my eyebrows, please, no more advice on my eyebrows because I know what they look like and this is jet black. It can't get any darker. There's no darker lining. So if you have any non-eyebrow advice, please leave it in the comments. I try my best to answer every single question and every single comment, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you like content like this, please subscribe. It really helps this channel. Also like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, don't push any buttons at all. Just stop. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.